Just like note by note, it's really just, I don't know, clever, I guess. That's really all there is to it. All of them, really.
Do that one again, the one I love. What's it called again?
Sleep the Dreamer.
Oh.
That's it's perfect because it's chromatic. I mean, the bass line stays chromatic for like 3 parts of a phrase, and then 1 part of a phrase, it just resolves and goes major. And that's what it is. It's just building tension, because there's nothing more chromatic than, there's nothing with more tension than chromaticism. There's nothing catchy about it, really, by itself.
It's just sequential, you mean, by chromatic?
Yeah, sequential. Yeah. That is chromatic, though. If you're going all half steps, not skipping any notes, that's chromatic. But it does that, just long enough, and then when it resolves, because of the simplicity of the resolution, you really feel it. So you start with, like, if you listen, it's just, on top of it, it's just this changing, and it's major every time. That's all it is. But when you add the bass line,
something happens.
It's because it's chromatic. Still chromatic on the bass line, and then it resolves. So the bass is...
You can pick that all apart in your head. Wow. I just know I love it. Yeah, first time I heard that song, I had to pull over from the driving.
Then you gotta have a chorus that goes F major, E minor, A major, and then D.
Which doesn't really belong, but it works. Back to that.
Yeah, so if you pick it apart, it's genius, or any of them, really. Satellite's crazy. I can't remember how to play it, though. Like, that's a cool guitar part, you know?
Honey,
It's hard to play.
you got this from your grandma. Great-grandma.
What?
Great-grandma comfort.
I didn't figure that one out by ear, though.
You figured out guitar without any lessons.
But even his really simple ones are really clever with the chord use, too, like Typical Situation. Because you have a bass line that's, listen to how, even just if you play the bass line, it's 2 notes, but back and forth it sounds really dark. So you have this, and then you go to this.
And that sounds like a simple little song.
Well, not really, though. I mean, that bass line choice is already pretty dark sounding. If you listen to those notes back and forth, it sounds kind of heavy, you know, rather than... That sounds cheesy and boring, but this,
Yeah.
it's a lot heavier sounding. But if you combine that with the, and then you just loop something on the high part on top of it, a melody.
So he only almost plays guitar like a piano.
He does. That is what he does. That's what John Mayer does, too. And then it goes, what's it go?
You wonder what Mozart would think of some of this, right? Beethoven?
Back to the... That's what I'm saying. I think in a it's almost composed in a classical way, but it's almost like he's taken the best of both worlds by still maintaining the composition of classical music, but then still, getting to a really catchy, good pop hook that people can grab onto. And it's like the perfect... That's why it blew up. That's why it's so enormously popular.